Taking deep inhales and long, slow exhales. Noticing the touch points of your body on the earth. Can you feel the earth beneath you, supporting you, holding you, and keeping you safe? Taking deep inhales in through your nose, into your diaphragm, and long, slow exhales out. As you exhale, can you soften your body a little bit more, maybe another 5%? Softening your forehead, around your eyes, your jaw. Allowing your shoulders to sink down towards the earth. Allowing your hips to soften. With every exhale, release a little more. Release your day, anything that's come before now. Release the thoughts about the future. And just be present with your breath and your body on the earth. Our practice today is based on metta meditation, which is a practice in loving kindness. So first, a quote by Buddha. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. It is said that those who practice metta meditation will have their fears erased, their heart and minds calmed, and they will sleep and wake more peacefully and can give and receive love more readily. Today, during our class, during the meditation, we will be offering 4 lines to ourselves, to someone that you love, a neutral person, and then maybe that someone you have put a barrier up to. Those lines are, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live a life of ease. All right, so when you're ready, bringing some small movements into your fingers and toes. Rolling around wrists and ankles. Perhaps you take a big stretch here. And then maybe hugging both knees in towards your chest and rocking around a little from side to side. Okay. Our first pose is a happy baby. All right, so remember it's going to feel different than what it normally does if we were to come and do a little bit of movement first. And we're going to be holding each pose for a few minutes. So a happy baby, we're going to bring both feet up towards the sky, activating the feet. Knees come out towards the sides. Okay, so perhaps you grab a hold of the backs of the thighs. Maybe you grab somewhere on the lower leg or maybe around the feet. And softening the shoulders. Softening your forehead. Allowing your jaw to relax. All right, so if your arms get tired, you have a couple options here. You can use either a strap or a long rolled up blanket. It can come behind your thighs to gently pull down as you hold onto the blanket, maybe around your feet, and then allowing your arms to drop down. It's a little bit less here for your shoulders, still keeping the knees out towards the sides. Noticing any sensations that come up in your body. Again, no sharp shooting pain, no burning, but if you feel maybe a little bit of slight discomfort, see if you can breathe into it. So you may have heard the saying, the pose starts when you want to get out of it. Can you sit in a little bit of discomfort? Notice maybe where you can soften. Maybe notice if it's easier to focus on your breath. Right. Let's find 3 more rounds of breath. And then once that's complete for you, releasing your feet. Feet come to the earth, knees are bent. And then allowing your feet to come wide on the mat and windshield wipering your knees from side to side. Perhaps it releases some tension here. Okay, so feet stay wide on the mat, but next time your legs drop over towards the right side, allow them to stay there. Arms maybe come out in a T shape, palms face up, maybe cactus arms. Sometimes it feels good even to stretch the arms up overhead. So if you need to, feel free to grab a blanket or a block or something to place underneath one or both knees here. We do want to feel a little bit of stretch, especially across the front of that left thigh. So we're just going to stay about a minute on this side. Finding 3 more rounds of breath. And once that is complete for you, come back to windshield wipering your knees from side to side. Once you feel like your back is nice and relaxed, allowing your knees to drop over towards the left side. So again, we'll be here for about a minute. Notice your breath while you're here. Taking deep inhales, long, slow exhales. Finding 3 more rounds of breath on this side. And then again, windshield wipering your knees from side to side. Okay, whenever you're ready, walking your feet back towards each other. All right, and repositioning your back so it's flat on the earth. So a little movement here for our shoulders. Arms reach up towards the sky. Bending at your elbows, grabbing a hold of opposite elbows. And on your exhale, allowing your arms to drop over towards one side. On your inhale, come back to center and exhale over to the other side. So notice the direction that your head wants to go in. Perhaps it wants to follow your arms. Maybe it wants to go in the opposite direction. One more time here in each direction. And then once your arms come back to center, releasing your arms down by your sides. Softening your shoulders. Just notice what you feel here in your shoulders, in your upper back. And then when you're ready, arms once again reach up towards the sky. You're going to cross your arms, but this time, whatever you do, automatically switch the cross of your arms. Whichever one is in front becomes the one that's behind. And then again, exhale, arms to one side, and inhale to center. Notice if it perhaps feels different on this side. Okay, one more round of breath. And then again, releasing your arms down by your sides. Right, so we're going to find a reclined child's pose. So hugging your knees in towards your chest. You have options here. Hands can come behind your knees if you'd rather put them there. Or maybe you wrap your hands around your knees, whatever's comfortable. Perhaps you grab that long blanket or strap and wrap it here behind the knees or on the upper thighs and use that to help you hold so you're not putting a lot of strain in your shoulders. And we're just going to hold here for a few rounds of breath. Soften your shoulders, even though you feel like you're pulling. With every exhale, let go a little more. Soften a little more. Okay, 2 more rounds of breath. And then gently releasing your feet down towards the earth. If you feel discomfort in your low back, feet come wide on the mat, windshield wipering your knees from side to side. Okay, whenever you feel ready, rolling over to one side, whichever side is calling for you. And then gently making your way up to seated. Okay, so our first pose seated here is a surrender pose. So if it's comfortable for you, finding easy seated pose, crisscross applesauce. Maybe it's one leg in front of the other. If this is not comfortable for you, perhaps you just bring one foot in, the other leg out, and we're going to switch sides here. Okay, so finding your sits bones, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, and then inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale, see if you can hinge forward with a flat back, walking your arms out as far as you feel comfortable. We're going to find a few rounds of breath with this length in the spine. And if it feels good for you, maybe you round your spine, walk your hands away a little further, soften your head, taking deep inhales, long, slow exhales. Listening to the beat of your heart and have an empathetic awareness. Feel the cave of your heart. Notice shelter around your heart, your ribs, like palace walls protecting. How does it feel here in that heart space? Is it vacuous, full, heavy, or weighted? Okay, one more round of breath in this shape. And then slowly walking your hands back, coming up to seated. Hands come behind you. Let's bring the feet out mat distance apart, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Okay, so while we're here, before we come over to the other side, let's find a different shape here. So feet are going to be on the earth, knees are bent. You're going to bring your hands behind you, palms to the earth, fingers point away, shoulders roll back and down the spine. So maybe you walk your hands back a little bit if that feels good. Perhaps you allow the heart to rise. So imagine a string pulling your heart up towards the sky. If this doesn't feel like very much to you in your body, you want a little bit more stretch in the shoulders, walking the feet away slightly, and then sliding the hips down towards the feet. So notice how it feels in your neck. If it's uncomfortable to look up towards the sky, maybe you tuck your chin. If it starts to feel like too much, perhaps you back out a little bit. Soften your heart a little bit. Again, noticing your heart space. Notice anything that you feel there. All right, if you decided to slide your hips away, slowly walking your arms back towards you. All right, and we're going to come into our easy seated pose, but whatever you did on the first time, whatever's automatic, switching the cross of your legs. Again, if you were here, switching over to the other side. Okay. Finding your sits bones. So you're sitting up nice and tall, arms out in front. Inhale to lengthen. And an exhale, hinging from the hips, coming as far as you feel comfortable. Again, a few rounds here of breath with a flat back. Feeling a little bit in the hips, or maybe a lot, but not too much, right? Back out if you need to. If you wish, round your spine, walk your hands away a little further. You can always drop forearms to the earth if that feels more comfortable for you. Dropping your head. Notice if your heart space feels guarded or open. See if perhaps you can feel any holding patterns of isolation, grief, or anxiety lift. Whenever you're ready, using your hands to slowly help you come back up to seated. Okay, let's find some seated cat-cow while we're here. So rounding the spine, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone, and then moving in the opposite direction. Shoulders roll back and down the spine. Heart reaches up towards the sky. Just moving at your own pace with your own breath. Okay, coming back to center. We'll find a gentle twist here. So let's bring the left hand to the right knee or thigh. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale to lengthen your spine and exhale to turn. With every inhale, lengthening your spine. With every exhale, perhaps you turn a little further or you see it in your mind's eye. On your next inhale, lengthening your spine, and exhale, coming back to center. And we'll find that twist on the other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to turn. Notice how it feels in your rib cage, your middle back, your heart space. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, coming back to center. Okay, so with our next pose, we're going to actually bring our hands to our knees or maybe to the thighs somewhere. So opposite of each other, opposite knees. Rounding your spine, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone. Find your breath. One more round of breath here. And then slowly coming back up to center, release your arms. All right. So let's find a side bend here. Right hand comes to the earth, left palm faces up towards the sky. On your inhale, reaching the arm up, and exhale, reaching the arm over. So left shoulder rolls back and down your spine. Maybe you walk your hand away a little further. Maybe you come down onto your forearm. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. And if it feels uncomfortable to look up or straight ahead, look down. You can feel the lengthening along the left side of your body and your left rib cage. Left side of your rib cage. You don't have a left and a right rib cage. Okay, one more round of breath here. All right, we're going to stay with the right hand on the earth. Left hand comes down by your side. Looking down at the earth if that's comfortable for you. Notice a stretch here along the left side of your neck. Maybe you look straight ahead instead. If it feels like way too much in the neck, maybe you start to slowly slide the hand up towards your waist, placing it on your waist. Soften the left shoulder. Slowly coming back to seated. And then making your way over to the other side. Left hand comes out, right arm reaches up and over, coming over to that side. Roll that top shoulder back and down your spine. And just take a quick notice, see if what's going on with your rib cage. Is it rolling towards the earth? We want it to roll forward or maybe even up. Finding your breath. Noticing what you feel here along the right side of your rib cage. Okay, and then whenever you're ready, right hand comes down by your side. Maybe you look down if that's comfortable for you. Maybe hand starts to slowly come up to your waist, maybe a little higher if it's too much of a stretch in your neck. Softening the right shoulder. Slowly making your way back up to center. All right, so perhaps you make some seated cat-cow movements again. Release any tension you feel. Maybe it's other movements that feel good in your body. Maybe it's some torso circles. What is your body asking for? Okay, slowly coming back to center. And then let's make our way down onto our front body. So we'll start just in a crocodile pose. So hands come underneath your forehead. Feet come wide on the mat, turning the toes out. Taking this moment to just rest and check in again with your heart space. Noticing what's there. Feeling any holding patterns of isolation, grief, or anxiety lift. One more round of breath. And then walking your feet towards each other. Okay, and we're going to come into a Sphinx pose here. So in our Sphinx pose, forearms come to the earth. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. So we want to try and make sure it doesn't come out to the side, the elbows. We want them tucked right under. We also don't want them too far forward or too far back. Doesn't have to be perfect. I know it sounds like it has to be perfect. It doesn't. Okay, so shoulders roll back and down your spine. So notice what feels good for you in your body. Maybe feet are wide on the mat, or maybe it's big toes together, heels apart. Rolling your shoulders back and down your spine. Softening the lower body. Know that if you need to come out of this early, you certainly can. If you feel discomfort in your low back, come down onto your front body, bend your knees and windshield wiper your feet from side to side. So within you is the capacity to love that which transcends separation. With love, offering yourself the following. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Slowly coming down onto your front body. Let's find that crocodile pose again, or maybe if you need to, first bend the knees, windshield wiper the feet, and then find your crocodile. Again, sending yourself the following. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Whenever you're ready, making your way into a tabletop pose. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. So we're going to come into puppy. In our puppy pose, our hips stay over top of our knees, and then walking the hands out in front. So arms come out as far as you feel comfortable. If you're able to soften your heart down towards the earth like you would in a downward dog, perhaps your head comes to the earth. If you need to, maybe you grab a folded blanket or a block and place that underneath your forehead. And soften the chest down towards the earth. If this feels like it's way too much for you, feel free to come into a child's pose instead. And the last time, sending the following to yourself. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. One more round of breath. And slowly walking your hands back, coming into your tabletop pose, and then coming to seated. All right. So grabbing a hold of your blanket, we're going to do a heart opening pose here. So your blanket is going to come into a long roll on the earth. So we want it so that it goes past our rib cage, and we don't want it too thick. You'll notice how it feels when you come down. You can always make it thinner or thicker. It's been one of those days. So the blanket roll is going to go below the shoulder blades. So not on the shoulder blades, just below there. And when you come down onto the earth, you'll know if it's too high up on your back, if you're not able to bring your arms out to the side in a T shape. So not that your arms have to stay there, but if the blanket's in the way, then it's too high. So options with this pose, arms can be in a T shape. If you'd rather, sliding the blanket down by your sides, palms face up towards the sky. Maybe it's cactus arms or arms stretched long behind you. Options for your legs, feet wide on the mat, knees together. Maybe your legs are out long. Or if you want to, you can find a reclined butterfly pose here. Feet together, knees apart. If you have any blocks or extra pillows, feel free to place them either underneath your hip. Oh, my blocks are too far. So imagine that's a block. Placing it underneath your hip where it's your leg and hip meet each other. Sorry. So under the leg where the hip is, or maybe under the knee. And softening here. So we want to feel a bit of an opening in the chest, in the heart area, but not too much in the back. And know that if you need to, you can adjust at any point while you're in this pose, maybe change your legs or your arms, or if you need to, come on out and find Shavasana. And while you are here, I invite you to shift your attention to someone that you love. Maybe it's someone who's still with you or someone who has passed. You envision this person, their clothes, their hair, their smile. Just like you, they want to be loved and to give love. And saying the following, sending the following to them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. So it's entirely up to you if you wish to stay in this pose for the remainder of our practice, or maybe rolling out of this pose and coming into Shavasana, or any final resting place on the earth that feels good for you. And now shift your attention to someone neutral in your life. Maybe it's a person you have passed on the street. Maybe someone you have spoken to at a grocery store. Picture this person and picture you greeting them. Just like you, they want to be loved and to give love. And sending them the following: may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. And if it feels right to you, bring your attention to someone you have closed your heart to. It could be a significant or a small barrier that you have put up. If it doesn't feel right for you now, come back to yourself. Picture this person and imagine, just like you, they deserve love and affection. And sending them the following: may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. not judging any sensations or thoughts that come into your mind. And then when you're ready, let go of this practice. Come back to the sensation of your breath. Inhaling peace and exhaling peace. Inhaling love, exhaling love. Inhaling self-compassion, exhaling compassion. Gently bringing your awareness back into the room. Perhaps making some small movements in your body. Maybe those small movements become bigger movements. In your own time, rolling over to one side, whichever side is calling for you. And then gently making your way up to seated. And once you get there, lowering or closing your eyes. On your inhales, inhaling peace, love, and self-compassion. And as you exhale, perhaps you send that out to someone else in the world. Maybe even those in practice here today. May you go in peace, love, and gratitude. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful evening.